All right, so welcome back again. So sometimes you tell me that you are stuck, right? That you are cursed and this is just your fate and you have to accept it. But the thing is, you're not stuck, you're not cursed, and you are not sabotaging yourself. You are navigating. And let me clarify what I mean by that, right? That you are navigating. And stay till the end of the video, I have something for you. Because you keep ending up at the same emotional address because it's saved as home. So you are navigating. You keep telling me, well, why does this keep happening? Why do I always attract this? I have such horrible luck. Why do I spiral here? Like, why do I lose money like this? Why do they keep taking things away from me by giving me more and more bills, more things that are broken? But all you're doing is auto routing or routing, depending on which country you're in. So let's make this simple and bring back our character Mia and the divine screen. So imagine Mia has one address saved as home in her phone. Every time she presses go, it drives her there, even if she doesn't want to go there. Even if she says, nope, not that house again, the GPS is like, okay, recalculating, still taking you there. Because all she's doing is screaming at her phone, right? Because that is what's saved. That's where she'll keep going, to the same address, the same place. So she keeps yelling at the car. She keeps screaming at the road. But what she has to do is change what's saved as home, right? That's the game here. So let's look at that even more, like how it plays out in our regular life, or in this case, Mia, right? So Mia has a ton of destinations saved, emotional destinations saved, like not chosen, behind, money isn't safe, I never get money, I have to work so damn hard, I feel so guilty when spending. So when just life happens and it's neutral, her system routes her back to that same destination, the same destination. So let's say she decides, Mia back again, she decides to send a text from this place of the same destination of not feeling wealthy. She decides to send a message to her investor. But her address, right? Her address is always saying, well, you just don't have enough. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to be left behind. So that's the overthinking avenue, right? And the thoughts that she has is, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. This is terrible. And then it's like, oh, let's go onto this memory lane. Let's think of all of these memories. Or remember what happened last time when you tried to make that investment? It blew up, right? Oh, just maybe reach out to the other investor on the other side of the town. And when they get back to you, that new investor gets back to you, the character is like, oh, see, this is what happens every time. I fail anyway. So Mia navigated there because that's what is saved in her destination, in her map, in her GPS. She didn't change the address, right? And let's look at another scene, right? So this time she checks. Let's say you're the character, Mia. You're checking your bank account again. The numbers fluctuate. It's neutral. But your saved address is, I am behind. I am behind. So behind. And the GPS is like, recalculating, enter Scarcity Boulevard. And the thought is, there just isn't enough. Just isn't enough. And the meaning that gets added is, this is unsafe. And the action that she takes is, Google more side hustles. Try to get more money. Oh, screw this. I'm going to spend something like an impulsive buy. The GPS is always saying, welcome home, back to this land where you just don't have enough. And then this character, you say here, I didn't choose this. But the character, Mia, doesn't realize she didn't consciously choose fear. She was just rerouted there every time, rerouted there because of the state she's been in for so long. So let's say now her boss says, oh, we need to talk tomorrow. That is a neutral sentence. The address that's saved is, I am in trouble. Big, big danger here. So much trouble. Now the GPS says, oh, take anxiety freeway. So she doesn't sleep. She rehearses the worst case scenarios. She mentally packs up her desk. And maybe the next day the boss says, you know what, we're expanding. You want a bigger role? And then she's embarrassed and overthinks again. And by all of this overthinking and reacting, the boss comes back 2 hours later. It's like, actually, I'm so sorry to do this. I think I found Mark as a better fit. All because Mia keeps thinking she's the character here. So a state that she's in is a saved destination. When you are identified with a state, you just do not see all the other options. You see this, you're destined to fail. You see, I am behind. You notice proof. You ignore wins. You interpret neutral events as threats. But from feeling I am secure, you notice more opportunity. Right? Even if there's some seeming delay, you're like, oh, that's so spacious. You just move differently. Right? The character simply follows the route. The route is determined by identification. Who are you identifying as? As the screen from where abundant states arise, or as just poor Mia trying to put on a brave face? From these states, your thoughts arise, actions arise, results arise, the interpretations arise, loops arise. So are you being this character or this divine screen that is unending, that has nothing missing on it because it recognizes everything is taking place on it? So you cannot fight the GPS by yelling at the map. You cannot scream and say, stop routing me here. It doesn't work like that. You cannot affirm, I'm at a different house, I'm at a different house, I'm at a different house. I am at a different house. I'm a master manifester and I'm at a different house. While still having the old destination saved. That is why just deciding and forcing into a different state feels exhausting. Most of you cannot just decide because you're often trying to override navigation without recognizing who you truly are, which is the screen. So how do you actually change the route then, or the route? You're not fighting the GPS. You step out of the car and you pause. You recognize that you are not the driver, Mia. You recognize you are the screen, this awareness, or I am. Awareness is not simply the car or this character. Awareness is not stuck to one destination. Awareness is the space in which the whole navigation system, the car, the character, the thoughts, everything is happening. So when you rest there as I am, not in words, by noticing the qualities of this screen, now you're no longer reacting to notifications. You're not gripping the steering wheel. The urgency to control the path from here dissolves. And without urgency, the old address does not get activated. Without activation, the state weakens. And from awareness, new destinations, happy Mia, fulfilled Mia arises. They're not forced. You're not affirmed all day. They're just simply arising. And she might have thoughts like, oh, actually, I'm okay. And it's not mental. She's not trying to convince herself. It's coming naturally. It's a natural thought. She might look at her bank account again and feel like, okay, cool. Why does it mean anything else? She might hear, oh, we need to talk, and simply say, okay, cool. When do you want to talk? Without making it to mean something about her. And that neutrality is awareness. From that neutrality, new states arise that contain all your specific desires, your actions, abundance, confidence, whatever you name it. And when those states arise, you are compelled again. Mia will act again. She will be compelled to act from wholeness. Now you're simply not tied to this character called Mia. Just using her. Things happen where you naturally invest. You speak clearly. You sleep peacefully. You talk to Bob, the builder, and you take his word for investing, or you don't. But you're not troubled by it. It happens spontaneously. It feels very normal, very regular. Right? When you are identified as the character, there's event, interpretation, reaction, reinforcement, and then the same destination happening. But when you're resting as awareness, there's event, there's noticing, there's no immediate identification, there's spaciousness. New state emerges and you're at a different destination. Notice the difference between the two. One is so limited here, constricted when she doesn't know who she is. And if you're asking, well, does this old address keep coming back up? Why does it happen? Well, sometimes the old address feels familiar. Familiar feels safe, even if it's painful. Sometimes you prefer known discomfort over unknown expansion. So it keeps saving that address temporarily. And again, that doesn't mean that you are broken. It means that's what you practice. So you don't need to fight it. You don't need to fight it. Just notice it. Just notice it from the perspective of the screen that, okay, I'm rooting to being left behind again. I'm rooting to being a bad investor again. There's no judgment. The screen is not judging. The screen is not screaming and correcting. There's just this awareness. It is not personal. From where things change. Here comes the freedom to not be identified with the root. Right? And if you imagine sitting in the car and the GPS starts rerouting you to, behind USA, you smile, you don't grip the wheel, you don't slam the brakes, you simply don't press go. And how do you stop pressing go? By coming back to the screen. And from that stillness, a new address pops up that, yep, I have more than enough. And this time, it does not feel like pretending. It doesn't feel like you're sitting there and fooling yourself. It feels obvious because you're not trying to be a new character. You're not forcing yourself to be this fulfilled, wealthy creator Mia. You're resting as what is prior, what is at the background and foreground of all the characters, which is this awareness, right? And from here, obviously, there's a different navigation happening. Without forcing the map, because you stopped mistaking yourself for the driver. You stop thinking that you're just this character. That is the shift. And that is why you're not stuck. You just weren't. You were just auto routing, right? And with that, I have something new just for you. If you want to experience this flow of wealth, this flow of money, where you don't have to fool yourself or pretend that you're this fulfilled, wealthy person, and you just want to stop feeling guilty about spending and feel like you have enough, then I have a new experience that you can check out. It's called Money Flow. It's under an hour. It's simply an audio experience. You just have to listen to it, just you and me with your headphones, soak in it, marinate in it, and let it do its thing. Because who you are is always fulfilled, always more than enough. And it's not just to know as a mental, it's not enough to know as a mental thought. We need to experience that for ourselves in a way that no one can take it away from you. So I will see you in the comments. You'll find the money flow in the description below or in the pinned comment. I so appreciate you.